Big welcome to everybody who's in the den tonight and watching us online for the World Junior A 2025 East Coast Junior Lacrosse season. Next matchup is the visiting St. John Rapids versus your Junior A Wolves. Today is National Indigenous Day. Since the declaration in 1996 by Governor General Romeo LeBlanc, June 21st of each year marks the celebration of National Indigenous Peoples Day. National Indigenous Peoples Day takes place on the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. For generations, many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities have celebrated their cultures, language, and traditions at this time of the year. The summer solstice holds deep spiritual and cultural significance for many Indigenous peoples, marking a time for renewal, connection, and celebration. Tonight, as we have gathered here to enjoy and celebrate the Creator's game, the Wolves Lacrosse Association and the Wolves Junior A team are honored to have Jenna Chisholm from the Mi'kmaq Friendship Center present a prayer and the Mi'kmaq honor song.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to start with a prayer in both Mi'kmaq and English. I would love to know that I said the Mi'kmaq so I'm going to start with English. But Jenna Chisholm, what about you? Go big it now, big we can book us. Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna Chisholm. I'm a Mi'kmaq woman from Milford First Nation, which is in Truro, Nova Scotia. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I've grown up and lived in Sackville my whole life, so and my nephew is also a wolf. So today I'm going to read the Mi'kmaq prayer at the Seven Sacred Teachings by Helen Soloway. Jesus. Ulalie, ujit uladekwe, yesi ignamulie. Ulalie, ujit ulagistil, mawidane, af edamulie. Iswan dane, wamin gistilaro, dan del menulie. Ignamulie, Inserwahan Waman, ECJWLL, Sportswheels, Ignomuyen, Gesoltinen, Waman, ECJWLL, Gesaluti, Sedamia. Ignomuyen, Getide Soltinen, Waman, ECJWLL, Gesaluti, Sedamia. Ignomuyen, Migidil Sultinen, Waman Mapen, Mudadil, Luadam, Ulade. Ignomuyen, Menachar Trailton, Waman Mawen, Elikisna Elade, When Gigmana. Ignomuyen, Benokti Soltinen, Waman Mawen, Isiaji, Ibidesil, Akmajo. Aknistam, Ignomuyen, Geralmuti, Waman Wakmuidal, Untamuno, Akmujijmana, Dan Nulik, Elmine, Nadoyej. Creator, we thank you for this day that you have given us. Thank you for allowing us to gather here, and we ask you to enter where we are so that your teachings will work within us. We ask for wisdom so that we will know what is good in this world. We ask for love so we can spread your love everywhere. We ask for respect so that we will know that everyone comes from one place, in creation. We ask for bravery so that we will not be afraid to do your work here. We ask for honesty so that no one will lie or harm us. We ask for humility so that no one will be superior to another. And Creator, we ask for truth so that we will see you in the future on our last days with clean hearts and spirits. And sit no more.
please remain standing for the presentation of O Canada.
And there we go. What a great job by our friends from the Mi'kmaq Friendship Center for the blessing and the live rendition of the honor song. And now O Canada's done and ready to get to go. Welcome everybody to the Sackville Arena for some Junior A female lacrosse action. Here is your Sackville Wolves who are hosting our friendly neighbors, or maybe not so friendly, from New Brunswick. The St. John Rapids have come to town. A little bit of a short bench on the Rapids side, but we'll see how that goes as we get set to go here tonight. I hope you had a great day this sunny Saturday afternoon. I'm sure you got a lot of work done, so sit back, have a beverage, and let's watch some great lacrosse coming to you from the shores of First Lake in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. Here we go. Here's Sackville Wolves versus the St. John Rapids. And thank the production crew here at Maritime Athletic Profiles for what a great job they do in this production, and makes my job a lot easier where I just sit here and talk. Hovey in for the face-off. Hovey has been getting better at those face-offs all season. Comes up with a winner, and that's Mullen. Bringing it in for the Wolves. Mullen. Pass across for Van Bilzen. Caught her on the wrong hand. Loose ball goes in behind the net as Garland able to pick it up. Garland, goaltender for St. John. Garland sends that down the length of the floor as the defense come out for the Wolves. Hannerhan heading for the ball. Loose ball picked up by Haas. That's popped free. And that's scooped up by McPherson. McPherson back over center. McPherson holds up. Passes off. That is Jada Anthony up from minors. Called up for tonight's game. Pass across for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen cuts in tight. Van Bilzen shot. Saved by Garland. Van Bilzen picks up her own rebound. Van Bilzen looking to find a way in. Pass across. Hayward back to Van Bilzen. Shot. Another save by Garland. In tight. Quick shot there by Dyer. That gets sent to the outside. Another fresh 30 on the clock as that's scooped up by Anthony. Anthony called up from the minors tonight. Van Bilzen, the captain, getting in front, shot, and scores! Van Bilzen up and over the shoulder and finds the back of the twine to put the Wolves up 1-0 at 18:42 remaining in the first period. So they call up Anthony, gets the pass off to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen on the little up and flick over the shoulder. As the wily captain finds the back of the net. And back to center we go as Dyer at the faceoff dot. Dyer up with the ball. That's popped free. Looks like Mullen bringing it in. Mullen has a path to the net. Mullen in, tight shot. And a save there, stick save by Garland. And she's able to control the bouncing ball. Garland passes it up, number 11. That's Daly. Up to 44. Gilmore bringing it in. Gilmore forced to the outside. Gilmore Looking for a high stick call and not getting it. Pass over, it looks like to Corrigan. Corrigan for St. John. Pass back to 22. That's the younger Corrigan. That's over McVicker's head. McVicker in the pipes, the rookie goalie gets the call for Sackville tonight. As Brooke Hale brought it up over center. Hale, another call up. I believe this is her first junior game of the season. Congratulations, Miss Hale. As a low shot in by Dietrich, and a tricky shot. Oh, and it curls in. Dietrich will take that one as Garland got the ball caught up in the equipment. And that's the thing, it's a live ball until the whistle blows, and it hits the ground and rolls the wrong way as Garland looks to the sky. And the Wolves look back to center. It's at 17:34 remaining in the. That's pinball, that bouncing ball bounces across the line. Fluky goal, and it puts the Wolves up 2-1. That called an unfair, gives it the ball to St. John. St. John looking to come in. St. John coming towards the net, sent aside by the elder Haas. Pass across off the boards. Recollected by Corrigan. Corrigan trying to get away from Van Bilzen. Mullen. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Sent towards the net. That's knocked down and coming back the other way now. And Haas gets up over center. Passes back to Dyer. Bouncing ball picked up by Gould. That's Coffin. Across to Dyer. Dyer with a hard shot. Saved by Garland. Garland controls the rebound in the crease. Picks up the ball. Garland exceeds the 5 seconds in the. Hovey with the ball for the Wolves. Looks to get set up. Hovey rolls in. Hovey heading for the net. Shot. And a save by Garland. Garland keeps the ball in the crease. Now Garland. Airmail's looking to catch in behind. Loose ball rolling in. McVicker. He'll scoop that one up. McVicker pass the ball up to Hayward. Hayward to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen brings it into the offensive zone. She's got Coffin, Mullen, Dietrich, and Haas with her. Cross to Dietrich. Dietrich, low shot, saved by Garland. Garland once again controls that. Dietrich able to knock down the pass. Loose ball in the offensive zone for the Wolves, and that exceeds the 10 seconds. You got to get the ball out of your own zone. As Van Bilzen with the ball. Van Bilzen across for Dietrich, and the Van Bilzen-Dietrich show looking to continue their streak. As Garland passes that one up. Knocked down, but Hovey picks up the loose ball. Dietrich sets the pick. Hovey in, shot. That goes wide. Loose ball comes up along the boards. Harker leaves it for Dyer. Dyer plays it down low for Hovey. Hovey trying to cut in, runs into a wall of white. Hovey puts a shot, looking short side. Garland puts that off, and a little illegal contact, and the possession will go back to the Wolves. As Hovey looks to come out from the corner. Hovey pass up top. Shot in by Haas, and a save there. As Garland makes sure she carries the ball out. Arms away. Hovey again. Fakes a few times. Hovey turns, fires. That goes wide. Haas has the ball. 20 seconds left in the shot clock. And it's Hayward. Quick, and 2 quick shots, and that went high and wide. As Haas comes back. 20 seconds on the shot clock now. As the Wolves have been all offense so far here. Dyer, cross to Hovey. Hovey in with the shot, short side. That's blocked out front. As St. John takes her hard into the boards. Hovey slips away. Hovey shot. That goes wide. Another rebound up. Dyer in a quick shot, saved by Garland. That comes back in the crease, and Garland, she'll collect that. As St. John looking to get out of their zone. Pass that goes long, and McVicker will scoop that up. McVicker sees Hayward coming in, just a little over her head as a loose ball in the offensive zone. As The elder Corrigan was going after that one. Dyer now fighting for the ball. And we got the 10 seconds expires on the Wolves. So 15, O'Brien will start off St. John. That one in. Aaron pass. Bounces in behind the net. Comes back into the crease. McVicker looks to airmail it up to Hayward. Hayward. Cross for Coffin. Coffin bring it into the offensive zone. Coffin looks for options. Coffin trying to drive her way in. Puts the shot in and saved by Garland. Now Mullen off to cross for Coffin. Coffin shoots, scores. Coffin on the pass from Miss Maddie Dyer. We'll be talking to her in the second intermission. At Violet Coffin. As Dyer looks, finds Coffin up on the corner. A quick low shot. And that's the trick here, is getting those shots away on target and as fast as possible. And that executed perfectly by Miss Violet Coffin. And now put the Wolves up 3-0 at 13:25 remaining. Here we go, 16, Landry bringing it in for St. John. Hannerhan working on her. Landry takes it down low into the corner. Hannerhan will not let her go. Pass up, and that's picked off by Hayward. Hayward coming in all alone. Hayward has a clear path to the net. Hayward takes a move, shoots, scores! Isa Hayward gets it up over the shoulder in the corner, and at 13:05 is it's been all Wolves so far early on in this game. It's now 4-0 as we get sent back to center. It'll be Hovey versus McKinley at the face-off dot. There we go. Hovey keeps control, gets it out to Mullen. Mullen coming wide down the corner, gets the pick from Hovey to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen cut in. Van Bilzen looking far, and Garland got the shoulder up, make that save. Here we go. McKinley passes that one off. I believe that's Desjardins. Cross. Number 7 trying to knock that one down. That was Adams for the St. John. Coming up with it is the Wolves. As Haas able to get the control and pass that up to Van Bilzen into the offensive zone. Van Bilzen pass across to Dyer. Dyer up top gets the pick from Coffin. Dyer in with the shot, saved by Garland. Loose ball in front of the crease as St. John able to send it towards the boards. Now St. John trying to take control and does. That's number 2, Hatfield, looking to come in. Hatfield's got a few goals this year. Hatfield looking to line up a shot, but that was Jenkinson. Shot in. McVicker makes a save. First time McVicker's been tested this game. She comes up. She'll pass on that one. As back over centers Dyer. Dyer gets a pick from Mullen. Dyer looking for way in. Hard shot. Saved by Garland. As 7 takes the ball. Adams trying to slip off there is 24 causing all kinds of problems. Hayward fighting down low. Mullen cross for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen gets the pick from Mullen, turns and fires. That's a save by Garland. Cadence Haas comes up with the loose ball. Fresh 30 on the clock. Has a cross for Hovey. Hovey, she'll take that one off the boards. Hovey has a clear route in. Hovey with the shot. Garland the save. Hovey gets her own rebound. Hovey again rolling back up. Hovey looking for some options. As Coffin cleared the road. Hovey got another shot. Another big save by Garland. As now Coffin picks up from the corner. Coffin looking cross crease. Shot by Dietrich. Another big save by Garland. Oh boy, one goalie's working harder than the other, but that's up for you to judge. Dietrich, cross for Hovey. Hovey does the low shot, and Garland stick save on that one. And that rolls down the length of the floor. McVicker gets a little bit of her exercise. Pops that one up to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen up to Coffin. Coffin looking for Dietrich on the run. Dietrich fires and scores. Van Bilzen to Coffin to Dietrich, who buries it in the back of the net. I believe that's Dietrich's second of the night, and we're not even 5 minutes into this game. As speed wins everything in lacrosse, and my gosh, nobody can outrun passes like that. And we see the result on the board now. It's 5-0 the Wolves as it comes back into Wolf territory. Picked up by Desjardins for the Rapids. Desjardins looking to come in. Hayward on her. Two rookies up against each other there. Desjardins passes back up top to Hatfield. Hatfield being watched by Dyer. Dyer keeps an eye on her. Hatfield turns, fires in. McVicker comes up with a stick save, controls the ball. And she'll step over crease, get a little more time. McVicker decides to airmail down the ball and just over Harker's head into the offensive zone. As number 7, that's Adams, will pick that up for the Rapids. Back up off Corrigan's stick into the corner. And here we go. Is a Hayward. As the defense just got on, they're right back off again as Hayward will bring it up over center. Hayward, pass up to Hovey. Hovey from the boards, Hovey. All kinds of fakes, but St. John keep an eye on her. Hovey again trying to get in. Shot and saved by Garland. As a ball knocked loose. St. John hustling onto that. It's number 16, that's Landry. As a the shot clock went, but the ref said play on. As Hovey passed back across to Van Bilzen. That's in her feet, picked up by Haas. Haas back to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen puts the shot in, that goes wide. As Haas hustles back for it. Ball goes up on the mesh and out of play. And I think with that, we'll get our TV timeout. First one of the night. And with that, I hope you're enjoying the production here, all these cameras and everything. And that wouldn't be possible without our game day sponsor of Uniglass Plus. 2 locations, Dartmouth and Halifax, for all your glass upholstery and detailing needs. Thank you, Uniplus Glass, because these guys make me look good. Here we go. As we'll get a moment, the goalies will get some water. As They'll give St. John a moment to talk it over. 2 things are tough. Road trip on a sunny Saturday. And coming into the den here in Lower Sackville. As the Wolves have had everything go their way so far this year. And the Rapids would dearly love to go on a streak of their own and ruin the Wolves' perfect record. As the whistle blows, McVicker heads back to the office between the pipes. And I believe we'll be starting off with St. John with possession of the ball as the defense is on for the Wolves. Miss Lily McRae, McPherson. Haven't been able to say their names too often so far tonight. Let's keep it. Okay. Corrigan. Ball knocked free by Miss Hale. Nice. Hale coming in. Hale with a low shot. And a save there. No, that's Gould. Sorry, Alina. Gould in on that breakaway. Nicely done. That's one of our minor players and called up tonight. And Gould pops the ball free on the way back. And Coffin able to bring it back up over. Coffin takes it to the boards. Holds up for the offense to come on. We got Harker, Hovey. Coffin turns, fires. That goes wide as Dyer has to hustle back for it. Keeps it on in the offensive zone. Dyer coming up. Dyer puts the shot in. Saved by Garland. Coffin was trying to come up with it. Mullen. Pulled across for Hovey. Hovey, low shot. That goes wide. Back to the corner. Picked up by Dyer. Brings it up top. Dyer looking for a lane. Dyer puts a shot in. Another save by Garland. Garland cannot complain about playing time tonight because, oh my gosh. Bounce off the backboard, picked up by Hayward, fresh off the bench. As the defense comes on, defense goes off as Hayward brings it up over center. Now Hayward with the ball. Hayward, cross for Anthony. Anthony looking for a lane, plays it down low. And is Hovey with the shot, saved by Garland. Rebound. Picked up by Hayward, fresh 30 on the clock. Van Bilzen to the other corner. Rolling across to back to Hovey shot, that goes wide. Picked up by number 9 for the Rapids. And she gets absolutely mauled by Hayward. But Desjardins able to pick up the ball for the Rapids. Desjardins brings it into the offensive zone. Haas puts her to the board, pops that one free. Out comes 25. That was Hale bringing it up. Trying to get all my. Gould rolls off a check. Gould brings it in deep into the zone. Gould passes back to Coffin. Coffin with the shot. And Coffin had the screen, and Garland just got a chicken wing on that one. Here we go. Dietrich cross for Gould. Gould down to Harker. Harker cross for Dyer. Dyer, she'll have to take that one off the boards. That's off a stick. Dyer able to keep it in the zone. Good job, Dyer, on the second effort there. Still 10 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Dyer, long shot. That goes wide. That one will come back over center. And that'll be a whistle, and that'll be possession to St. John. As they'll start off, I see Miss Jenkins, Hannerhan, Nora Haas, Hale and McPherson out for the D for the Wolves. As the Rapids look to put a dent in the lead here. Rapids play it in towards the net. Bouncing ball is Corrigan comes up with it for St. John. Corrigan pass back up top. That one's knocked free. The elder Corrigan heading too, working against. Hale is now coming up with the ball is Miss Tori Jenkins, rookie defense specialist for the Wolves. So pass that off, picked up, nice snag by Mullen. Up to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen rolling in. Van Bilzen shot, that goes off a stick wide. Loose ball, and they'll come back over center. And once it goes back over center, it'll be Rapids ball. As it looks like McKinley will start off for the Rapids from the corner, being watched by McCrae. Loose ball. Snagged by Isa Hayward coming down. 2-on-1. Hayward and Van Bilzen. Cross to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen in. Oh, they're going short side, but Garland got an arm on that. Haas picks it up. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Haas plays for Van Bilzen on the corner. Van Bilzen. And it's like on a crease is Van Bilzen. A little rainbow goal try there. And that's a low ceiling as Garland went off the rafters. So that's considered out of play, and it'll be a free ball. Possession Wolves. Cross to Hovey. Hovey in with the shot, and Garland with the save. I'm going to have to look at the website in the intermission, let you know how many shots, and we still got 4 minutes almost left in this. As Corrigan trying to come up with that ball. That's McKinley, actually. Over to Dietrich. Dietrich in with a low shot, saved by Garland. Another loose ball. Dietrich again, another shot in. And Garland holding tight because she doesn't know where that ball is. And still can't find it. There it is. That's a lot of equipment those goalies have to wear. As here we go. Rapids working on getting over centers. Gilmore cutting across. Gilmore up top. Gilmore driving towards the net and runs into a wall of Wolves. And the loose ball. Gilmore even lost her stick out of the whole thing. Long shot in by Corrigan. McVicker scoops that one out of the air and keeps control. McVicker. She gets one off the rafters too. So that'll be another loss of possession. And it'll be Corrigan from the corner. Corrigan slips out. Corrigan in tight shot. McVicker holds the post. Now McVicker up with it. McVicker Pass, that's over her head, and that's picked up by Gilmore. Gilmore working. Gilmore trying to get in tight. Somehow she was holding on to that, but finally Desjardins knocks it into the corner. As Haas working hard after that one. Now Gould working into the corner. Gets the illegal contact, and there'll be a free ball to the Wolves, or free possession to the Wolves. As Haas plays it up to Coffin. Coffin bringing it into the offensive zone. The Rapids with a little bit of offensive pressure, but the score remains 5-0 Wolves. As Coffin coming out from the boards, pass back, got deflected. Hayward's got to chase that one down. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Down for Anthony. Anthony in with the shot, and Garland controls it in the crease. Pass that one off. As St. John passing it up, gets it out. Now O'Brien coming in for the Rapids. Being watched by Van Bilzen and Hayward. O'Brien looking for some help, and Van Hayward stuck to her like glue. Now McRae able to pick up that pass, looks to get it back to Hayward. Loose ball chased down by Hatfield of the Rapids. Now 1:40 remaining in the first period. As the Rapids bring it back into Wolf territory. Corrigan pass it up to number 9, that's Deacon. That's picked off, and back down is Hanrahan. Hanrahan trying to get around Hatfield. Hanrahan working in tight, but she'll take it into the corner. Wait for the offense to come on. Hanrahan passes that back up to Mullen. Mullen takes it up top. Mullen gets a little bit of a lane from Dyer. Shot, that's blocked in front. Mullen hustles back after the ball. No, that was a save because it reset the clock. That's shot by Van Bilzen wide. Dyer rolls up top again. Dyer shot in. I think that went off a helmet wide. As Harker trying to get that loose ball. Corrigan comes up with it for the Rapids. Well, forechecks there as Corrigan's got to get it out in the rafters. Causing another issue for the Rapids, and there'll be a possession. Wolves, as Dyer will start off with the ball. Dyer pass across for Hovey. Hovey. Who's that? Hovey sees a lane, shot in. And that went bounced off the floor and up and out of play. So Hatfield for the Rapids. Coming out, 30 seconds remain in the first period. As the Rapids come into the offensive zone. Rapids looking to catch Desjardins in. That doesn't connect. Loose ball as picked up by Gould. Gould now hustling down the floor. Gould over center. Up to Hovey. Hovey knocks that one down. But the Rapids, they'll send that back down the link. No. Bouncing ball. Knocked down. Gould's got it again. Gould with the shot on net. Saved by Garland. As 7. Adams picks it up. As she'll slow it down. And that will be it for the first period. So after 1 period of play, it's 5-0 for the Wolves. As off to a good start. And stick around because after a few messages from our sponsors, we'll be having a chat with Steve Brown, president of the Wolves Lacrosse Association. And we'll see you in a few minutes, folks. Thanks for watching. Well, welcome back, everybody, and that was a great period of lacrosse there. And with me right now is Steve Brown, president of the Wolves Lacrosse Association. Thanks for coming out, Steve.
Thanks, Larry. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you. And first, I have to say congratulations on being inducted to the Sackville Heritage Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was a surprise, but you know what? There's a lot of great individuals in our community that give a lot back to their sports or to their activities, and to be honored with that group is something that I'm very proud of, and I want to thank the organizers of the Sackville Sports Heritage, and yeah, I'm honored and a little bit humble too. So.
Well, thanks so much, and it's well deserved too. It's I know from my kids being in the game, I've seen you since day one, and that's even, it's been 50 years of the anniversary was last year. What a great bit of celebration. You've been in part of it ever since the start. Tell us about the 50th anniversary last year.
Well, we celebrated our 50 years in 1974. Was the first time lacrosse was played here in Sackville, right here at this arena. Actually, I was a player back then, and I took the first face-off right at center ice here. So it was an honor that I've been around ever since then. But we've had a lot of good people and a lot come through our organization that had the right vision, had the right desire to develop the game and make the game grow. And the Wolves are a testament to that today with over 400 kids. I had some good mentors over those years with Ray Nielsen and Brian Thompson and a few others that really showed me the way and coaxed me to keep giving back to the sport that I truly love. It's been great to me, and I just want to keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, it's great. You can see the players now following your example, all these female players on the junior A team. Yeah. So many of them I see going into coaching, and that's thanks to you and all you put into the game.
Well, that's part of our culture with the Wolves, is that we want our young players to give back to the game and help the little ones that are aspiring to give it a try, and when they see a junior player come out and help them out, they want to come out and watch them play, right? So it's part of our culture. We want our kids to give back to the game, and it's not always about parents. Parents are, we're fortunate to have some good parents involved, but you know what? The kids, especially the junior age kids, they played the game. They know what it's all about. So for them to give back is very special.
No, that's great. And so here's your chance. We got probably millions of people watching right now. Don't be too nervous. But if you were able to tell a parent, why should kids play this game? Why should kids play the Creators game? What would be your answer?
Well, this is a very special cultural game. There's a lot of beliefs in the culture part of the game that young adults can bring into life for themselves, right? As they grow, as they get out of school and become, young working adults in life. So the game it gives a lot of inspiration, a lot of confidence, a lot of self-esteem, if you just look at the heritage of it and the history behind what the creator wanted, the vision he wanted for the game, you can understand it. It's why it's the best game in Canada, the best game in North America right now. It's the fastest growing sport all over the world. So,
well, thanks so much. Thanks for all you've done, Steve. It's I can't wait to see it at the 100th anniversary.
Yeah, and I can't wait either.
But until then, thanks so much for all you do.
Thanks,
and thanks for the time, everybody. And tune in the next few minutes. We'll be back for the second period.
Just one little thing. If you haven't seen a junior game yet, come out. The girls have got a really good product here. So come on out to Sackville Arena and really give them your support.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everybody. welcome back for second period action here from the Sackville Arena in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, as your Wolves will start off the second period 5-0 as set at center. That'll be McKinley versus Hovey, I believe, for the opening faceoff of the second period. Here we go, loose ball. Mullen knocks it into the zone, but Dietrich able to take control now. Dietrich challenged by Gilmore's sticks go up, and Dietrich gets the quick shot and is saved by Garland. Starts off the second period. Garland looks to airmail it down, just a little over 15's head as Van Bilzen picks it up. McVicker steps out, just dying to have a pick. Right up and in. Hovey, off her stick, off the backboards. Hovey gets it, but hits a patch of ice. Now Hovey in with a shot, and that's goes wide. Loose ball in front. Hovey come back up with it. The ball just loves that basket on her stick. As Hovey takes a little bit of abuse. I think number 17, Allen, took some abuse of her own on that one. Held in by Hovey. Loose ball in as Dietrich was diving for that. Hatfield comes up with it for the Rapids. Hatfield now looking to run the gauntlet to get out of there. Has Coffin coming right in on her. Has to get over before the 10 seconds. She does. Yeah, that's sent down the length of the floor as McPherson is in there looking for that loose ball. Picked up by the Rapids. As I believe that's Corrigan. Passes that back up to number 9, but nicely done. Lily McRae coming back from an injury earlier this season. Hayward in, shot. Yes, it's Hayward in on the breakaway, but Garland there will make the save this time. O'Brien working in the corner, and guess who has it? Yeah, that's Hovey with it. Hovey drives towards the net, shot, saved by Garland. Rebound picked up by Hayward. Hayward round behind the net, looking for options. She'll run it back up top. Hayward looking, pass across. And it's Hovey with the shot that goes high and wide. Haas off her stick, picked up by Dyer. Dyer in with the quick shot. Arms saved by Garland. Hovey again. As Van Bilzen telling her. Van Bilzen plows the road. Hovey with the shot, but Garland with the save. As Gilmore comes up with it. Gilmore hustling down. As unable. Oh, it looks like we got a call coming here. Is Van Bilzen got the stick around, poked the ball free, but I think she's getting an infraction. Might be a holding, might be a slash. I couldn't quite tell from the calling it a slash. All right. As first power play of the game, we'll go to the St. John Rapids. As Corrigan will start them off from center. Corrigan to Daly. Down low. Gilmore across. Shot in by Hatfield. That went off a leg and went wide. Hatfield again looking to get a shot in. McVicker makes the save. And Haas had the ball momentarily at illegal contact. And it'll be Wolves' ball as Hanrahan will bring the Wolves out. 5-on-4 advantage for St. John as Hanrahan gets up over center. Hanrahan brings it up in. Hanrahan looking to kill as much time as he can. 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Hanrahan gets it back over to Hovey. Hovey. Hanrahan. That's Gilmore right on that. Gilmore able to, that brings it back over, so that will be St. John ball. Minute 14 left in the Wolf penalty. As number 15, O'Brien with the ball for St. John. O'Brien over to 16, Landry. Has to take that one off the boards. Landry cycles back up top. Wolves with the Bach formation. That's the house. Keep them out of your house, as they tell young kids learning the game. Here, Landry in with the shot. Hanrahan got the stick up in her face, and the shot went wide as Hayward able to bring it back out over center. Hayward rolls off a check from Landry. Hayward. She'll be happy to take the ball behind the net. Keel off some seconds off the penalty. as Hayward. Lots of options there as St. John in tight is Dietrich, and she buries it. Hayward to Dietrich, and Dietrich gets the short side. A shorthanded goal and make that a hat trick for Miss L. Dietrich. Here, 15:56 left in the second period. It's now 6-0 with the Wolves leading. And that will send back to center, where it'll be McKinley versus Dyer for this face-off. Corrigan comes up with the ball for the Rapids. Corrigan bringing it in. Up top. Corrigan with the shot! And that just went, oh, McVicker got a piece of that and sent it wide. Resets the clock. Nicely done, Lauren. Loose ball. Picked up by Hayward. Hayward away again. Hayward coming down straight onto the net. Hayward come. Shot! Picks the corner and gets the goal. And it'll be an even strength goal for Izzy Hayward, I believe. That'll make it 7-0. That's at least 2 for Hayward tonight, the rookie. As she pumped that one in. Nicely done, Miss Hayward. That extends the lead. 7-0, and back to center we go. McKinley versus Hovey. Hovey, become a face-off specialist there. Wins that one. To Haas. Dietrich. Dietrich, cross. Hovey did the perfect shot, just the ball was not in the basket. That gets sent down the length of the floor as McVicker. Scoop that up. McVicker pops it back over for Haas. Haas coming back out of the zone. Ball goes right into the corner. Picked up by Deacon for the Rapids. Rapids in the offensive zone. I believe that's Gilmore that has the ball now. 22. That's the younger Corrigan, sorry. Corrigan. Looking in front. Saved by McVicker. Right in tight, McVicker. 2 quick saves as who was that? 14 was in all alone. Or 44, Gilmore. As in comes Hale. Hale with the shot. And Garland makes the save. Our minor players showing up here well tonight. As shot goes over Hatfield. Hanrahan after it into the corner. Hatfield trying to work for that loose ball. Hatfield comes up with it. Hatfield coming across. Hatfield spins off a check by McPherson. McPherson will not let her go. As St. John trying a lot of picks, and McPherson causing all kinds of trouble for Hatfield. Finally gets the pass off. Shot, that goes high and wide. As St. John with it, under 10 left in the shot clock. As once again, shot clock will down. As Haas will pick that up. Landry in. Haas has to recollect the ball. Haas has to get it back out over center quickly. As times to get it down, and oh, she's a step shy getting over center. Free ball to St. John is 15. O'Brien brings it into the offensive zone. Hands it off to Corrigan. Corrigan kept to the outside by Haas. Corrigan finds in tight. Corrigan shot. McVicker makes the save and holds on. Pass back up. As Gould will go down and retrieve the ball. Now Gould has to get it out. And once again, the 10 seconds expires, and the Rapids will start off again as Gilmore trying to get in. Van Bilzen puts the lumber on her. Van Bilzen pops the ball free. Gilmore gets it back. Gilmore for the Rapids. Trying to get away from Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen pops the ball free again. Now, McKinley being held way out as Hale forces the issue. Hatfield comes up with it. Seconds left as Hatfield sends it in. That goes on net. McVicker had to be sharp on that. Now McVicker, quick up. That one gets knocked down. McKinley back up with it. McKinley coming in. McKinley driving towards the net, but kept to the outside by Gould. McKinley comes back up top. Wolves pressing the Rapids far away from the shooting line as Corrigan tries to find a way in. Jenkins forces her to the outside. Ball rolls into the crease, picked up by McVicker. McVicker. Now McVicker airmails it all the way down, looking for Van Bilzen. Now it'll go down to the corner. Van Bilzen as gets tied up with the stick of Corrigan. As Anthony making trouble, but Rapids able to get that deep into the zone as Hayward back to pick it up for the Wolves. Hayward able to run out of the zone. Gilmore after her. Hayward protects the ball as Anthony sets the pick. Now Dyer. Cross for Hovey. Hovey looking for a lane. Hovey puts the shot in, saved by Garland. Garland collects the ball. Now Garland sends that up. Picked up by Corrigan. Corrigan quickly up into the offensive zone. Number 11, that's Daly. Passes that off to Landry. Landry for the Rapids. Held way out far from the net as the Wolves are not letting the Rapids anywhere near the shooting line. That's the dashed line just outside. Crease. A long shot in. That's wide as the shot clock expires. Here comes Dyer. Dyer rushing in. Dyer driving straight down. Driver in tight. And a quick pass off to Hovey, but tiptoes are in the crease, and it'll be Rapids ball as Garland passes that one down the floor. Hanrahan trying to grab that. It slips by Desjardins. And McVicker will scoop that back in as McKinley was looking to scoop that up. Haas plays that across. As Gould plays that over to Dyer. Dyer rushing in. Dyer shot saved by Garland. Hovey picks up the rebound. Hovey cycles back up top. Gets the pick from Coffin, but the shot gets blocked in front. Now coming back the other way is McKinley. McKinley has a half step on Hovey. Hovey able to. McKinley turns, fires. And I think that's the crossbar. Saved that one. And back up top. Hatfield with the ball as Van Bilzen looks to keep her to the outside. Hatfield, long shot. That goes wide as that bounces up. Knocked in by Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen will chase that down off the boards. In the corner, Van Bilzen comes up with it as Corrigan gets a nice little pick there from Hayward, I believe. Van Bilzen, cross. Harker up with the ball. Harker looking to get it over to Hayward. Hayward slows it down. Hayward, cross for Anthony. Anthony's shot gets deflects wide. It looks like Haas plays it into the corner as the shot clock will expire. And with that, we'll go to our TV timeout for the second period. Wow, that went by fast. It's 7-0 for the Wolves as Miss McVicker will head back towards the bench, get a drink of water, and with that, I'll have to say thank you. Well, first off, I'm going to have to thank Maritime Athletic Profiles for what a great job this production is with the multiple camera angles and everything, and I'll just have to sit here and talk. But this wouldn't be possible without our streaming sponsors in the second period, sponsored by McLeod Lorway Insurance. Coverage, care, commitment. Did I get that right, Jennifer? She'll tell me later if I did or not as we get going. So both goalies will have a break here. I'll get a drink of water because there is no water at the net like the hockey goalies we're used to does. And we'll see here. They're not tracking the shots online, but I have a feeling it is at the end we'll see more shots on the Garland for St. John that McVicker has seen. But McVicker there came up with a St. John's coming out with more offense in this this period and able to get two quick saves on one. And speaking of which, we'll sit back and watch some of the replays here as we go through. as McVicker will head back to the office between the pipes there. But she's going to love this, seeing the replays after, I'm sure. So 8:57 remains in the second period. It's a 7-0 lead for the Wolves, as it looks like St. John with the 11 runners. That's only 2 lines and +1, which makes it a tough game. Usually you have more than 3 lines, so makes it hard for travel. I'm not sure. I'm sure St. John has a game tomorrow, because that's how they usually do. They'll come up for 2 games. But the next game will be here on Monday. Will be the next time our junior Wolves female will be playing, as they'll be hosting the Halifax Hurricanes back here at the Den. So put that on your calendar for Monday. Oh, before I forget too, I want to thank Jenna Chisholm, who sang our honor song and gave the blessing, the Mi'kmaq blessing, the Creator's blessing. Thank you, Jenna. What a great tribute that was. All right, St. John with the ball, trying to come out of their own end. Quick pass up to Gilmore. Gilmore off to Hatfield. Hatfield in with a shot, and McVicker cuts the angle and makes the save. McVicker. Hard one down, looking to get Dyer, and just slips that out of Dyer. I gotta talk to Dyer. We'll be talking to Miss Maddie Dyer at the, as I see she's got 2 different color heads on the sticks. Dietrich fighting back against Corrigan. Corrigan with the ball for the Rapids. Corrigan passes across up top to O'Brien. Hatfield rolls up. Hatfield, long shot. McVicker will steer that to the side. Picked up by Dyer. Dyer. Oh, she's going to argue that one, but I don't think he can jump over the crease coming out. So that'll be a change of possession. And the Rapids look to take advantage of a free ball in the Wolves zone. Starting off with 16, Landry. Landry up top for the Rapids, being watched by Dietrich. Landry fires that across. That's down low. Dietrich playing transition, which is a little bit different for her, as Haas collects the loose ball and brings it up. Haas, quick pass up, just past Anthony. Down low, Anthony on the forecheck is oh boy. Coffin just couldn't get that one away fast enough, as Garland in on the action. Coffin, all kinds of trouble there. Is we got player down in behind the plays. We don't see any penalty called in the play, but the Wolves trainer out as well to see what happened. Is players were tied up with Coffin trying to get out of the zone, and all of a sudden the player collapsed. She's up and moving though. That's good to see. Hopefully it's got the wind knocked out of her, but they're working through. Is trainer Jade from the Wolves out assisting the coach slash trainer for St. John. Yeah, it does look like she's having a breathing issue. Hopefully that we'll resolve that real quick. 6:45 remains in the second period. Wolves still in the lead, 7-0. As we tick through, and oh good, she's up and getting off on her own accord. I wish Miss Corrigan well. She's a rookie on the Rapids team. It's with a short bench, the Rapids can ill afford to lose any player. And so we'll see what the so it looks like it's going to be Rapids ball. No, it'll be Wolves ball in their own zone. Okay. It's kind of wondering the whole offense going to the defensive zone. Here comes Hayward. Hayward holds up, being watched by pass across for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen. A little underhand pass that goes past. Picked up in the corner by Mullen. Mullen rolling back up top. Mullen gets the pick from Coffin. Mullen passes it down to Hovey. Hovey looking to drive in. Hovey in with the shot as Hovey breaks in. A good save by Garland. Garland now looks to pass that one up. Pass gets by McKinley. McVicker will scoop that in. McVicker. Outlet pass to Hayward. Hayward looks to jog out of the zone as Corrigan looks to meet Hayward at center. Hayward passes that across for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen splits the D. Van Bilzen coming in tight. Shot! And not sure if that was a save or a post, but the ball did not go in the back of the net. Garland able to collect that one in the crease. Garland passes up. That's just sent down the floor is Jenkins. Rookie on defense for the Wolves. Comes up with the ball. Now Jenkins working her way back out. Tori Jenkins, I believe she was game MVP last game versus the Bandits, and what a great job she's done. I believe this is her second year playing lacrosse. It's fortunate to see Tori in minor last year, and what a great job she did there, and then constant improvement. Here we go, across to Hovey. Hovey turned aside by Hatfield. No, that's number 7, Adams. Hovey rolls off as Coffin sets the pick. Hovey in with the shot, and saved by Garland. Bouncing ball is Hatfield knocked free. Hovey back up with it, down to the corner for Harker. Harker rolls back up top. Harker with the shot in. And a save there by Garland as she got the arm on that one. That's a rebound, so it won't be a back over call. As Dietrich will pick that up and reset the clock. Fresh 30 as Dietrich carries it back up over center. Dietrich up top. Dietrich pass across for Hovey. Hovey rolls back up top. Hovey looking for a lane. That hit a body in front. Now loose ball collected by the Wolves. Back up to Hovey on the corner. Hovey looking for a way in. Hovey puts the shot in. That goes wide. Hayward puts the shot in, resets the clock, but St. John able to come up with it. But there's number 18, Garland, able to slip by. I believe that's the younger Garland, not the goalie. Here you go, Hatfield looking for some help as Gould will not leave her alone. Hatfield, long shot, that goes wide. Bouncing ball off the boards. But Corrigan couldn't quite keep it in the zone. Hayward. Corrigan trying to push her back over center. Hayward fighting to stay in. Gets a nice little pass to Hayden's Haas. Haas rolls away. Gets over to Dyer. Dyer looking for a Coffin that gets knocked down in front. But picked back up by Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen shot, that goes wide. Mullen off the backboards. And good save by Garland. Now loose ball again, and I believe that's just a little bit of contact for Gilmore. Van Bilzen in with the shot. That went wide. Coffin, cross. That goes into the corner, picked up by Dyer. Dyer rolls out, puts the shot in, and gets the goal as Dyer on the quick turnaround. And Miss Maddie Dyer, with 2:26 remaining in the second period, extends the Wolves' lead by 8. And I think we got a timeout here called by the Rapids, as want to calm the team down. Rapids had a much better game coming in to the second period here, but the Wolves able to move the momentum back into the Rapids zone, and I believe the coach just wants to. You got a short bench. Take the opportunity every period. Call that timeout to get your players rested and try to reset the momentum, because this is a huge momentum game, Lacrosse. As Steve Brown, I remember him telling me that when I had kids in and tried my hand at coaching, he's like, this is a game of streaks, and my gosh, I can't say that enough. As what a great game it is that we're able to watch here tonight. And that, as Mr. Brown told you, come on down to the Sackville Arena, and let's come on down Monday, as it'll be the Wolves versus Hurricanes back here in the Den. Here we go. Face off from center. Picked up by Mullen. That goes off ahead. As a loose ball, fighting for it's Gilmore. And Haas uses body position, and you're going to get that one called all day, Miss Gilmore. And up to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen into the offensive zone for the Wolves. Van Bilzen looking for a lane in. Van Bilzen drives in, holds on, but looks like we've got a moving pick call, and that'll be possession to the Rapids. Pass up for Corrigan. Corrigan driving in. Hannerhan. Honor and Hale. No shot. McVicker able to flip that back up. Looking for McPherson. McPherson. After the loose ball into the corner. McPherson versus Garland. The goalie. That pops into the corner. In comes Gould after it. Gould. A couple of our minor players out there. AP's called up tonight. Gould. Plays it back up top for Dyer. Dyer with the hard shot. That goes wide. As Hatfield able to pick up the rebound off the backboards, but being challenged there immediately is Coffin able to pop that one free. And Hayward comes up. Dyer rolls off the hit. Final minute of the second period. As Coffin couldn't quite get the handle on that one. And here we go. Away is Landry. Landry in behind. Breakaway. Coming. Landry. And Dyer. What a defensive play by Miss Dyer. As she came back to take away the breakaway. I'll have to ask Maddie about that. In about a minute's time. 30 seconds remaining in the second period. To Mullen, down low. Mullen rolls back up top. Cross for Hovey. Hovey fakes the pass to Mullen. Hovey in with a shot. It's saved by Garland. To the corner it goes. Corrigan will pick it up for the Rapids. Corrigan. 16 seconds left on the clock as Hovey. Corrigan pops that one free. Dietrich takes a seat, but the loose ball picked up as Haas is told to hold it as the final seconds tick down, and that will take us to the second intermission, second period. So another 3 goals for the Wolves. It's now 8-0. The Wolves will take the lead into the third period, and with that, we'll take a little break. See a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to work down on the floor with Miss Maddie Dyer of the Sackville Wolves. We'll see you in a minute, everybody. Thank you. And great, welcome back everybody, and here I am joined on the floor with Miss Maddie Dyer.
Hi.
How you doing, Maddie?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Anyways, and you should be doing good. It's like, what a great score, up by 8 going into the third period.
Yeah.
And Maddie, I have to say congratulations on 2024 Rookie of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
And so, one of the skills I love watching you out there is the cradling of the ball. It's like, can you show off a bit? Take a chance.
I don't know. I do a lot like high and low, and I switch and I spin a lot. I don't know why though.
Well, you do.
Just habit.
Well, why, for people that don't know lacrosse, why do you cradle?
To keep the ball safe and to make sure it's away from the other team.
And you see that on the floor, right? Because you take a few sticks, and out of that, they can't get the ball out of your basket. So great job. And you're from a lacrosse family, would you say so?
Yeah. I have 2 sisters who have played lacrosse since they were little as well, and my other sister was formerly on the Wolves Junior A team. She graduated 2 years ago now, I think. Yeah, she was a goalie. So, but yeah, they really got me into the sport. So
like, do you cradle like that at the kitchen table, like during meals and stuff?
When I was on the U17 provincial team, it was like a custom for me if I was sitting on the couch, like cradling or something if I needed to, if I thought I could get some extra stick time before a game or something.
Well, it shows on the floor, and well done. And now, so I got to ask, like, so this is just your second year, but did you graduate from high school this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for Maddie Dyer?
Well, I hope to continue playing on this team until I can't anymore. I'm going to Dow next year for health sciences. I play provincial ringette as well, so hope to continue that and eventually coach maybe this team, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
No, well, perfect, and we'll be watching. And congratulations on getting in Dell. That's great news.
Thank you.
So we'll be looking more from you, and as the game goes on, good luck in the third period, and thanks so much for coming down and talking to us.
Thank you.
So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks to Maddie Dyer, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes for the third period. Don't go anywhere. Thanks a lot, everybody. welcome back to the den, everybody, as the third period is a minute and 20 seconds away from starting. And the Wolves are well in control of this game at 8-0, but nothing's guaranteed in lacrosse as the Wolves are back on their bench. We're still waiting for the Rapids to reappear as Miss Kat Garland, their goalie, is getting ready. And let's see, the Rapids will come out soon. We got a minute left. But thanks for watching. Thanks to Maritime Athletic Profiles for what a great job they do with this production. And if you enjoy it even more on Monday, as the Wolves will be hosting the Halifax Hurricanes from the other side of the basin. And they'll start that up here, 7:30, I believe, Monday night. And that'll be the last regular season game of the season. Unfortunately, it'll be my last game on the play-by-play as well, as a pre-planned vacation will be coming in. But looks like Miss Hovey will start us off. As 3 players for the Wolves have 3 points so far this game. Miss L. Dietrich, number 88, with a hat trick there. And followed by Isa Hayward, a rookie sensation with 2 goals and assists. And also Violet Coffin, second-year player, with a goal and 2 assists. Here we go. Loose ball picked up by Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen rolling in, driving to the net. Van Bilzen across the front. Van Bilzen shoots. And it'll be is in the net, but that's a crease violation. No goal. Knocked down by Dietrich. Hovey back to Dietrich. Dietrich in, fires. That bounced wide. Now Hovey up with the ball. Hovey cycles out. Hovey fires in. That's blocked by number 22. I'm glad to see Miss Corrigan back out. And knocked in. That'd be Dietrich on the rebound off the backboards, and Dietrich puts it in the back of the net, and count number 4 for Miss Dietrich. Having a great day today. There was 3 players I was talking about are now 2 second-year players and a rookie, so future looks good for the Wolves. And quick off the back and a quick stick by Dietrich pops it in the back of the net, and here we go. It's a 9-0 game. As Hovey lays it out, but they say that was a covered ball, and they'll go. Landry will bring it out for the St. John. Over for what looks like Miss Gilmore. Gilmore trying to rave in. McPherson and Haas makes her rethink. Gilmore looking for another way in. Gilmore, low shot, and McVicker steers that one aside, but picked up by Adams. Adams trying to get back out front as well. And Hannerhan got on the stick. Shot in by Adams, and McVicker holds that in the crease. McVicker passes the outlet to Hayward. Hayward up to Hovey. Hovey brings it into the offensive zone. Anthony, Haas, Harker. Hovey in with the shot, short side. That's went wide and up and out of play. Corrigan looks to bring it out for the Rapids as the Wolves transition to defense. McRae challenges Corrigan. Corrigan looks to drive down. Shot in, that goes wide. As O'Brien trying to knock that one down. Running onto it's Hannerhan. Hannerhan knocks it in to the Rapids zone as Corrigan tries to keep Hannerhan off. Now, bouncing ball, Hannerhan. Garland will scoop that one up. But she pulled it out and in's the call, so Hannerhan will start off the Wolves. Hannerhan pass across. But they said she didn't start from the right spot. Let's do that again. Hannerhan across, knocked down by Corrigan. Hannerhan from behind the net. Pass. Coffin lets it go to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen up. Ball chopped out of Van Bilzen's stick. as Desjardins tries to get away. Picked up by Dyer. Dyer in with the shot. That gets blocked. Bouncing ball comes back up over center. And that'll be St. John possession. At center is Landry. Brings St. John into the offensive zone. Landry. Yeah, that was number 9, Deacon. Tried to pass it in. Deacon back up with the ball to the corner. Tries to get back in towards Deacon, but that's picked off by, and this is a Hayward who brings it back up over center. Hayward fights off a check as Haas sets the pick. Back to Hayward from Van Bilzen. Hayward looking across it. Anthony gets the shot. Good save by Garland, but a great quick shot by Anthony. Minor player in the call-up. Shot in by Haas. That's deflected wide. Van Bilzen takes it off the board. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Van Bilzen puts a quick shot in. Garland makes the save. And now Hatfield looking the breakaway. Hatfield hustling down 2-on-1, but no, held up. Pass off, shot! And that just went wide. Hayward collects the rebound off the boards. Fires that up to Hovey. Hovey. Gilmore watching her. Hovey rolls off. Gilmore got a piece of that one, but comes back to Dyer. Dyer cuts around. Dyer shot in. Saved by Garland. Dietrich picks that one out with the one-hand scoop, but ball goes up and out of play, and that will be Rapids ball. As Gilmore looks to start off the Rapids from their own zone. Being watched by Hovey. Got the pick there. Nicely done, Miss Corrigan. And Rapids able to get out over center. As the elder Corrigan looks to drive towards the net. Steered aside by Miss Brookie Hale. Pass back to Desjardins. Can't take it, and Hale comes up with it. Hale, another minor call-up. Gets up over, and Hale nicely protects the ball, looking to get to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen takes that off the boards. And we got a delayed penalty coming against St. John as Van Bilzen. Hannerhan back to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen will slow it down as we got McVicker on the bench. And the extra player on. Van Bilzen in with the shot, looking to get. And that went up and out of play. A slashing call against the Rapids, and the Wolves will go on the power play. As time continues to tick down here, less than 14 minutes left in the third period. As I think it's a +8, it goes to run time. As and Corrigan heads to the box for the slashing call. And Dyer will start off the Wolves on the power play. 5-on-4 advantage for the Wolves. Here we go, Van Bilzen fakes the behind the back, then does the pass. Van Bilzen back up top to Dyer. Dyer back to Van Bilzen in motion. Dyer cross. Van Bilzen looking to catch Dyer, coming back around. Can't quite get the pass. Loose ball. Van Bilzen picks it back up. Van Bilzen in with a hard shot. That goes wide. Dyer with the low shot. That goes wide. And the shot clock expires. And Rapids will get the ball. The Rapids ball from the center. As O'Brien starts off for the Rapids. Short-handed over to Desjardins. Desjardins looks to kill time on this penalty kill. Being watched by both Hale and McRae. Hatfield takes the ball. Jenkins puts the lumber on her. Sends that one back in towards, and McVicker will scoop that up. McVicker, quick out to Hayward. Hayward now coming back down. There's 43 seconds remain on the power play. Hayward hands off to Coffin. Coffin plays it back to Anthony. Miss Jada Anthony. Call up for today's game. Waits for the rest of the offense to come on. Hannerhan joins the party. Anthony playing top. Coffin in with the shot, and a save and go! It sneaks through. Nicely done. As Coffin adds another goal to her resume in tonight's game. As the time ticks down. Less than 12 minutes remaining. That'll be a power play goal for Miss Violet Coffin, and it'll send the score to 10-0 with the Wolves leading. And back we go to center, as it'll be Hovey versus McKinley on the faceoff. St. John playing all four back in the defensive zone on the faceoff. As Hannerhan comes up with it. Hannerhan back up top for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen, Hannerhan sets the pick. Cross, shot in by Haas. But that went off a leg and caromed into the corner. Hovey sneaks in. Tiptoes along the crease, but can't get the shot on goal. Dietrich in with a low shot, saved by Garland. And that's and back in to the crease, so it'll be possession as Haas plays it up to Hannerhan. Hannerhan controls that as Gilmore presses. Hovey drives in, and the ball knocked out off the basket. Dietrich, quick bounce pass to, and in it goes as Van Bilzen. Dietrich and Van Bilzen again team up and find the back of the net. So as we tick down to 10 minutes remaining in the third and final period, it's the Wolves continue on the scoring tear, and it's now 11-0. As Dietrich gets that bounce pass across to Van Bilzen, and she's able to handcuff Garland with the fake and then fire that one home. Nicely done, Benta. Loose ball up front. Parker chases that into the corner. Parker trying to calm that bouncing ball down. Now scooped up by Dyer. Dyer tries the hidden ball trick, then fire. Nobody was falling for that one, then went wide. Here we go. Gilmore trying to come out. Hayward, her stick got a little high. I guess we're getting a high stick as Gilmore fighting in. Dyer able to pick the ball free. But yeah, high stick call. And with that, we'll go to our TV timeout. And as always, I'd like to thank the production crew here at Maritime Athletic Profiles for what a great job they do, but that doesn't come for free. And to that, we got to thank our sponsor, is Uniglass Plus, for being our streaming sponsor for the third period. Thank you, Uniglass Plus, with your 2 locations in Dartmouth and Halifax for all your auto glass, upholstery, and detailing needs. Auto Glass Plus, thank you. Because without that, it'd just be me with my cell phone, and it's hard enough to walk and chew gum, let alone keep the camera on, actually play. Nothing gets by these guys, though. We even get the replays and everything on the stream. So I hope everybody's enjoying it at home, and you could be here seeing it live on Monday as the Wolves will host. But right now, the Rapids looking to get the goose egg off the board as Miss Gilmore, who's been driving in hard, will start them off on the power play. 2-minute high sticking call, I believe, is the call to Miss is it Hayward? Yep, 2 minutes on there. And Gilmore starting off the Rapids. Passes that off to Adams. Hatfield. Cross. Shot in. That's blocked by Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen will bring it back out. Van Bilzen slows it down. Well, Rapids eager to get that ball back. Van Bilzen eager to kill off as much of the shot clock as she can. Dietrich comes in with the pick, gets that over to Coffin. Still 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Loose ball picked up by Gilmore. Gilmore coming back. Gilmore sees the open lane, but quickly closed off by Miss Maddie Dyer. Gilmore slows the play down, sets up the offense for the Rapids. Gilmore now has a look. Pass across for Adams. Down low. Brought back up top by Hatfield. Hatfield lines up, shoots. McVicker makes the save. And she'll hold on to it in the crease. McVicker. Quick pass up to Dyer. Dyer brings it back up over center. Dyer now slows the play down. Pass across for Hovey. Hovey, clear path to the net, but smartly looking to kill time on this Rapids power play. Pass back across to Dyer. Dyer. Landry trying to tie her up. Dyer coming in. Dyer trying to get the shot on net, but blocked in front by the rookie Corrigan. And now the Rapids coming back out. They got 20 seconds left on the power play as the younger Corrigan, the rookie Corrigan, cuts over center. Corrigan pass that back off. I believe that's Deacon in with the shot. McVicker with the stick save. She'll scoop that up and looks to get it right back to Hannerhan. Coming back in, and with that, Hayward is back on the floor. And we're back to 5-on-5. Van Bilzen with the ball. Van Bilzen being kept to the outside by McKinley. Van Bilzen, nice little scoop pass to Harker as Coffin makes the pick. Harker's shot just goes wide. Van Bilzen, collect that again. Van Bilzen fires it, and that gets it on net. And Garland makes the save, but even better, resets the shot clock as Harker from the corner back up to Van Bilzen up top. Van Bilzen looking for Dietrich, but that's knocked down, and Rapids. Adams chases that in at Van Bilzen. Wins the race. As I see the defense comes on, the defense goes off. Here we go. No, they leave them on. Here we go. Back down. Nice pick by Hale. Hale plays that over to Dietrich. Dietrich looking for Gould right at the top. And Garland came up with the save, but it was already Gould knocked that pass down. Gould battling in at the corner for the loose ball. Now Gilmore eager to get that out. And it looks like we got a too many men call. As the question is, who had the ball when they had the too many men? I believe that was the Wolves, so it'll be a change of possession. If you have the ball, you lose. No, they did not have the ball, so a player on the floor and Coffin will go to the box. If you're on the defense and you have too many men, it's a penalty. Adams on the power play for the Rapids. Daly gets that across. Shot. That's blocked by Hanneran. Loose ball. Picked up on the move by Dyer. Dyer driving towards the net. Dyer. Shot just went wide, going short side. Dyer able to pick up. We tick down past the 5-minute mark left in the third final period. As Dyer killing the clock here. Working against. As the St. John on the 5-on-4 advantage. Dyer in with a shot that's blocked in front. Dyer comes up with again, puts another shot, gets to reset the clock. Ball's loose as it comes to Hovey. Hovey, kill time Hovey, but she shoots it in as Garland takes control. Just over a minute left in the Wolf penalty. As Hatfield brings it in for St. John. Down to Adams. Adams rolls back up top as Deacon and Daly come on to help. Corrigan, the rookie Corrigan, trying to get a shot in. Gets it to the doorstep, but Haas knocks that aside. And that's the shot clock will expire. And with 4 minutes left in the third period, the Wolves will take possession. Cross to Harker. Harker in with the shot. And a save by Garland. Loose ball comes back up as Haas will control that. Haas counting down 10 seconds left in as Haas will happily hold on this until Coffin can join the party. As we tick down on that too many men penalty. Here we go. Coffin onto the floor, back to 5-on-5 as Haas passes over to Coffin. Coffin drives the shot in, saved by Garland. Loose ball up top as McKinley trying to get a hold of that. Deacon picks it. No, that rolls back in as Cadence Haas comes up with the ball. Passes off to Hovey. Hovey fakes the pass. Hovey trying to bat in, but runs into a wall of Rapids. Hayward trying to collect the loose ball in the corner. As got an illegal contact, and that'll be a possession. Go to the Rapids as Deacon trying to get away from Hayward. That's that up. Bouncing ball picked up by Van Bilzen for the Wolves. Van Bilzen able to slip in. Now Van Bilzen. Roll it to the outside. Van Bilzen. Pass that across. Nice snag by Dyer. The return pass a little too high. Bouncing ball. As now Rapids. O'Brien sends that one up. Looking to catch Daly in behind, but no foul as McRae able to jump on. McRae hustling down into the zone. McRae heading for the net. McRae in with the shot. And a nice block there by Gilmore for the Rapids, and Garland able to collect that one. 2 minutes remaining in the third period. 11-0 as Corrigan, kept to the outside. Dyer trying to get in, and we got a penalty coming. I think there might be a holding the stick call. Yeah, we got a holding call coming against the Wolves. As I was just about to say like 5 minutes ago, the Wolves have done really well staying out of the penalty box, but it's been a steady stream in the last 5 minutes, as there's only 1:20 remaining, and we have a timeout called by the St. John Rapids. Like I say, with a short bench, they're looking to. Bench actually grew a bit since the first period, it looks like. Oh no, there's still 11 runners. As St. John looking to give their players something to look forward to if they can get a goal here in this last minute 20 on the power play. And get the mood up and motivate it. Not sure who they play tomorrow, but
Wolves penalty, number 55, Maddie Dyer, 2 minutes for holding the stick. At 1:20 remaining in the third period.
Holding the stick was the call. It's 11-0. A minute 20 left, and a 2-minute penalty to the Wolves. So hopefully the Wolves will end this game on the penalty kill, as Miss Daly for the Rapids starts them off, coming down the middle. Daly plays it over. Shot! McVicker makes the save. Rebound. Adams trying to get to it. And St. John resets the clock. Adams cross for Gilmore. Gilmore back across for Hatfield. Hatfield rolls up top. Hatfield with the shot. McVicker gets an arm on that one, sends it wide. And Hayward able to pick that up out of the crease. Hayward coming down along the boards. Hayward looking to get herself up over center and gets it down low to Hovey. Hovey. In. Hovey. Does patented fake pass there. It's holding on as Hovey just looking to kill the time. Down to the final 5 seconds. Hovey across. Shot in by McPherson. Hovey, as shot clock expires. And it'll be St. John ball from their own zone. Final 10 seconds of the game as Adams brings it up over center. Adams cross for Hatfield. Hatfield looking for a shot. That just goes wide. Corrigan. That's popped free, and that's it for the game. And the rookie goalie, Lauren McVicker, gets a shutout, and that does not happen often in lacrosse. Well done, Lauren. You got one happy dad on the play-by-play here, as she'll take that all day long and continue. The Wolves continue their perfect season. They've got one more game left in the regular season, as they've already, they've been guaranteed first place as we'll go to the playoffs in the next week. But I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to the production crew here at Maritime Athletic Profiles. And thank you to all the people out there watching and for your support of lacrosse, especially Junior A female. But come out and see the game in person. As always, I'd love to see you. My name's Larry McVicker, and the kids call me Larry Cherry. And have a great night, everybody. And I'll hope to see you here live in person. If not, we'll be on the stream on Monday for the Wolves versus Hurricanes. Until then, everybody, have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined here by Assistant Captain Hie James of the Sackville Wolves. Thanks for coming out, Hallie.
Yeah, thank you for interviewing me.
Oh yeah, because I know you love interviews, right?
I love them so much.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
So, first off, congratulations on a great season and another win. But as you can see, you're not in gear, and we've missed number 6 out there, especially the toughness on the D. Can you give us an update as to your injury?
Well, I got an x-ray. It's not broken. They think it might be nerve damage or something like that, so I'm trying to work through it and get back for playoffs. That's the goal.
Well, that's what we'd love to see you back on playoffs. As you bring an energy to the game, especially on defense. How do you feel about your game so far this year, and what are you most looking forward to getting back on the floor for?
I just want to get back out there and play with the girls. Like, it's a great group of girls, and I love playing with them, and that's what I miss the most. Like, coming to watch the games is something, but it really sucks not being able to be out there and play with them and just like contribute and stuff like that's the biggest thing.
Oh, great. And that's what we really want to see you back out, if not Monday for playoffs. So playoffs are just around the corner. I know the goal is to win it all this year. What do you think the team really needs to work on for the playoff run?
I think we just need to continue doing what we're doing. Like, it's been mostly the same group of girls for the past few years, and I think this year we clicked, and I think we're doing really well, and we just need to like calm down a little bit. I think sometimes we get a little too hyped up, and we need to just relax and play our game. We all know what we're doing out there, and I have trust in every single girl out there, and I know that if we just play our game, we'll be fine.
Well, that's great, and like so forward to seeing. And just one last thing, what do you do in the off season?
In the off season, probably just lacrosse still, like wall ball, stuff like that. Go to the cottage, hang out with my friends. That's it.
You mean people have a life outside lacrosse? I had no idea about this. This is all news to me. Well, thanks so much, Hallie. Best of luck with your injury. We want to see you back out there as soon as possible. And best of luck for the rest of the playoffs.
Thank you.
Or into the playoffs, sorry.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But thanks so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you, everybody. And come on out Monday to see the last regular season game. And get ready for the playoffs. Keep an eye out on Maritime Athletic profiles for when the next game's happening. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you, Hallie. And until next time, take care, and we'll see you then. Thanks.